to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Kevin Durant. The Timberwolves take care of the Suns. The Pacers pull this one out in a blowout. The Mavs come back and deal with Kawhi. Let me first say this. I think they lost this game. It's when you get a guy like Kawhi coming back into the rotation, it kind of throws everything off because you was playing a certain way. Now Kawhi's coming in here. Not that Kawhi isn't good, isn't great, all-time great. When I see Luka played all these minutes, what was it, like 40, 46 minutes? It was something crazy, and I'm like, this is the guy? This guy's barely in shape, and this is the guy that's going to stop 80s and 90s players from playing in this era. Sometimes I look at this game, because if you go back and watch 90s games, it's just tough because these guys are so little. It don't even look like they even touched a weight in their entire life, right? In the 90s, woof, everybody was just yoked up and big. Even the little guys, Tim Hardaway and Muggsy Bogues, all these dudes were just cut up, right? Scottie Pippen was cut up. Everybody was just cut up in the 90s. The 80s wasn't like that. 80s guys were definitely bigger than these guys in this era. The guys were just small now. And that's why they keep getting hurt. I don't... To me, in the 90s, it was just a thing. Like, once you saw other guys working out, everybody else started working out. It became like, and bodybuilding was pretty big in the 90s too. It was a big thing. So we all knew you wasn't just waltzing down the lane like Luka does today and do a layup. You bound to get hurt. Or you trying to get a rebound, you bound to get hurt. You better have some muscle or something like that. So let's I don't know where to start. Anthony Edwards really didn't have a good game. That's why I said stop comparing this guy to Michael Jordan. He had a pretty good game the first game, but look, this isn't how Michael Jordan performed. Michael Jordan came out and dropped, especially in his earlier years, when he really knew he wasn't going to win those series, but he came out with something to prove as an individual going against 5 Hall of Famers that, okay, this is what you're going to need to beat me. This is what it takes, all you guys, to beat me. So I'm still on the fence. Well, not really, but as far as you guys saying that Anthony Edwards is this great player, you know, it's yet to be seen. This is the thing is, a guy will have one good game, and then he's Michael Jordan-esque. You know what I'm saying? Well, people say if Patrick Mahomes is Michael Jordan-esque, he's already proven it. He's walking everybody down in the NFL. And he's going to do it for the next couple years. There's nobody in his way when you go look at the quarterback talent that's out there. Joe Burrow, he's hurt all the time. Dak is Dak. The quarterback from San Francisco, I just don't think he's going to be able to get it done. Maybe like he might get one Super Bowl. You know, I think it's going to be some injuries in San Francisco to stop that. Josh Allen, forget about it. So Mahomes is going to run the table. He's going to keep winning. It doesn't matter who he has on his team. He's going to keep winning, right? Like Michael Jordan, right? All he needed was a resemblance of a team. One great player beside him, and let's roll. Didn't need 4 like Magic or Kareem or, you know, Russell, like Kareem Abdul, did I say Kareem or Magic or Bird? I'm not trying to beat up on these guys, but when you guys say Jordan had Pippen, that's it. Robin that can rebound, that's it. Let's see LeBron win with this, right? It wouldn't be possible. Oh man, he had Kerr. Kerr was a spot-up shooter whenever needed. That's it. LeBron done had all kind of spot-up shooters. He got more spot-up shooters than he can't even count them. Look, I don't think the Bucks win this matchup against the Pacers if Giannis don't come back. Kevin Durant, his years done passed him by. You got too many so-called good guys on this team with Beal, Durant, Booker. You can't have this. Who's the point guard? Who's running the offense? Do point guards even exist anymore? Do they exist? I don't think they really do. I really don't think point guards really exist anymore. So, if Giannis don't come back, the Pacers might go ahead and win this. Because they can go home and win too. And it don't really matter what Dame Time do. They shouldn't have won this first game because Dame Time didn't score no points in the second half. What is that? Who stops you from scoring points in 2 quarters? And you supposed to be Dame Time. What else can you do to impact the game when Dame Time ain't working? You got rebounds, steals, blocks. What can you really do? Team leadership? And this is what I mean. Giannis, look, I just don't remember. Please help me. I just don't remember back in the 90s, the 80s, all this stuff like your primetime guys being hurt. I don't remember this stuff. When was this? I just don't. Maybe at the end of their careers, yeah, something like that. But I just don't remember Hakeem being out. Scottie Pippen being out. I'm talking about in their primes. Michael Jordan being out. Alonzo Mourning being out. Allen Iverson being out. I don't remember these things. You got the superstars today always being out. Joel Embiid is barely playing. I'm not trying to say injuries don't happen, but man, these guys is always getting hurt. Why? Now, I can't blame this on Giannis that he don't hit the weight room, but because he does. But the majority of these guys are always hurt because they don't hit the weight room. They got bad diets. And you can have a bad diet. Well, really, you can't. But if you're going to have a bad diet, at least hit the weight room, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that guys in the 80s and 90s, or especially the 90s, wasn't sitting there drinking after games and eating bad food, but these guys stayed in the weight room. So look, all these series, no, 2 of them, tied 1-1. The Kevin Durant years is over. I'm trying to tell you, this guy is nothing but I really don't know what you want to call it, really. I don't know what you want to call it. He just ain't that dude, man. He never been a leader. He once told people he just want to play basketball. So basically, these super teams are failing. Let's say the Clippers lose this one. Where do they go with this next? The Clippers lose this one. You basically got to blow up this team. When you look at all this talent right here, they should be running opponents off the court every night. So how good is this talent really? And you know, now you going back to Dallas. Good luck winning in Dallas. Good luck. I'm going to shake your hand. Good luck. I mean, these guys got so many shortcomings. The Westbrooks, the James Hardens, the Kawhi. You don't know if he's going to get the minutes because he's always injured. You just don't know what. It seems like these players on the Clippers, they're day to day. As far as you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know if they're going to put on 25 points or 12 points, play or don't play, have 1 turnover, next game have 7 turnovers. You don't know what these players on the Clippers is going to do. James Harden, maybe he'll shoot 3 air balls in 1 game. You just don't know. You just can't get that many stars together, superstars, and win. Because who is the real leader of that team when things start going bad? Who is it? I mean, nobody knows who the leader is on the Suns. They all look like they just want to do what Durant wants to do. They just want to play basketball. Just 4 guys sitting at the 3-point line. One game, Durant is his shots falling, and he's unstoppable. Next game, shot ain't falling. I mean, go down to the post, dude. You're 7 foot. Go down to the post and get half of your buckets on the post. I'm saying these guys is lazy. Lazy. They don't want to go down there and work on the post. So let's talk about this real quick. I seen this yesterday, and I really don't watch these shows. I used to watch these shows religiously. First Take, Undisputed, First Things First. And everybody's got an opinion, right? But I stopped watching these shows when 2020 came and the pandemic came, and we was no longer talking about sports. And okay, it was a big thing. But once we start talking about what people need to be doing with their lives, or they're being condemned, it was just too much for me to watch these guys say all this stuff. And I won't get too deep into it, but that's what made me stop watching these people. It really, pardon the interruption too, it really made me, I just really seen who these guys really were. So I really stopped watching them. And then, they're not credible at all as far as sports. When they put LeBron either 1 or 2, they really expose themselves as far as basketball knowledge. Even though we know they're reading off a script. The Stephen A. Smiths, the Chris Broussard, all these guys that's supposed to be these real basketball experts will put a loser, a guy with no real positional skills, a guy that runs around the NBA playing with other teams' #1 franchise players his whole career, just about. You're going to put him over the great guy. I'm talking about only 2 statistical titles. So tell me it was a guy for what, 19 years? Better than you at scoring, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks? For 19 years, it was a guy, guys better than you at all those. That's nuts. Because all the great guys I got in my top 5, you cannot say the same. You can't say that for Michael Jordan, Wilt, Kareem, Russell, or Magic. You can't say the same for them. So the fact that these guys had the nerve, Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp had the nerve to blame the loss on LeBron's teammates. It never stops. Now it's Hachimura. Now it's Dinwiddie. Now it's Hayes. Bro, there's only so many touches. If they go 1 for 2 or 0 for 2, they only had a couple touches. What do you want? What do you want? If D'Lo has all these touches, scoring all these points, LeBron scoring all these points, AD scoring all these points, what do you want? I think what's his name? Oh, I forget his name. Reeves. I think he scored more last game. You condemn Reeves the game before that. It's like, what do you want? They talk about, do you want his whole team averaging 20 points per game, at least? That's what it seems like. You can never have enough help for this guy. Never. Bro, you bricked it off the front rim and you lost. That game was over. You hit that shot in. If you had a brain, you would have worked that clock down and they would have had 3 seconds. And you would have been closer to winning after you hit that three or drove it. So you guys tell me what you think, man. I just get so sick of these guys making up excuses. It's not about what Denver did. You don't want to give no credit to Denver. It's about, the whole show is about LeBron and the Lakers. What they did wrong or what they could do better, how they got cheated. It's not it's not about this team was bottom of the barrel this year, all the way down at the bottom. But now they're talked about every year when they're bottom of the barrel like they're top seed. And I'm trying to tell you, when LeBron retires, this league is going down, because that's all they talk about.